Howdy y'all, my name is Logan Ardrey. I am a lab tech here at the National Center for Therapeutics Manufacturing at Texas A&M University. I wanted to give you a quick tour so you know what to expect before you arrive. You've just arrived at the National Center for Therapeutics Manufacturing in College Station, Texas. This is our front door. At the beginning of each day, you will either use the elevator or the stairs to reach the second floor. Proceed through the double doors and into room 229. This is our lecture hall. This is where you can expect to sit for the duration of the lectures. This is also where we're going to have lunches, and at the beginning of each day we will provide water bottles, coffee and hot water for teas, and we will also be providing binders. When it is time for lab, we will open our binders, take our lab handouts, and head downstairs. We've reached our first laboratory, Lab 103. Per the posted signage, there's no smoking, no eating, and no drinking inside the laboratory, so please leave those items outside. Before entering the laboratory, ensure that you have long pants, closed-toed shoes, and if you have long hair, please pull that back. NCTM will provide you cloth lab coats, and in some cases, disposable lab coats. You will also need protective eyewear. We have larger protective eyewear for people who wear glasses, and please wipe off the eyewear with alcohol wipes because we do reuse those between classes. Next, you will need to grab some nitrile gloves. So on the left hand side we have extra large through medium, and on the right hand side we have extra small through medium. Before work in the lab begins, you must be wearing your appropriate personal protective equipment, or PPE, which includes long pants, closed-toed shoes, which you will be bringing yourself, and NCTM will provide you with a lab coat, safety glasses, and nitrile gloves. In Lab 103, we will be doing biomanufacturing and laboratory basics such as making media, learning how to use the electronic balances, understanding how to work with serological pipettes. Really, it's just a lot of space for us to be able to teach you important skills, including micropipetting. So micropipetting will require lots of fine motor skills. You'll need to be able to turn the dial on the top of the micropipette to adjust the volume to what we're looking to transfer, add a tip onto the end, maneuver your thumb in such a way to depress the plunger to the first stop so that we can aspirate the required amount of fluid, transfer to a new container, dispense the plunger again, and then dispose of the tip. When it is time to leave the laboratory, you can hang up your lab coats on one of the provided hangers, dispose of gloves in the red biohazardous waste bins, and you can put your safety glasses in the pocket of your lab coat so that you can use it the next time that we come into the lab. Make sure to wash your hands with soap and water. Next up is Laboratory 114. Please follow the posted signage. As you can see here, we are ready to enter the room, but we want to make sure only to have a single one of these doors open at a time. So if it is red, do not enter. Let's go inside. As you can see, the next light is red, which means I cannot enter the next door until the previous one closes. Let's go ahead and grab one of these lab coats. Then we'll need some protective eyewear, and there's some wipes to clean it off for you. Gloves are inside the laboratory. Green means that I can enter. Now we're in our gowning suite. So at one point in the training, we are going to practice putting on our sterile cleanroom gowns in the proper manner and teaching students how to wear that kind of gowning, but it won't be required for most of the training. Green means enter. So here we have the gloves on either side of the entrance. On this side we have medium through extra small. On the other side we have extra large through medium. Please grab a couple of those on your way into the laboratory. So this is room 114. This is where we're going to be doing some work with the bioreactors, a homogenizer, and centrifuges, where you can learn about working with bacterial cells. This lab is equipped with unidirectional flow, so that means we will have an entrance on that side, and we will exit through this door to be able to get out of the room. So make sure to throw gloves in the red biohazardous waste bin, grab some hand sanitizer on your way out, and this is where we'll be able to hang up our lab coats on these hangers here. Lastly, we have room 107. This is our downstream laboratory. This is the lab that we will get to in week 2 when we go through the downstream portion of the course. Upon entering, you will need a lab coat, whether disposable or cloth. We have protective eyewear on this side, along with wipes for you to use. And we have nitrile gloves of various sizes at the entrance to every aisle. We will be doing some purification work in these labs over week 2, which will consist of working with filters and chromatography. This is our cell culture suite, which consists of a large-scale eukaryotic bioreactor room, as well as a small-scale room for cell selection and development, equipped with incubators and biosafety cabinets. When it is time to leave the laboratory, please hang up your lab coat on one of the hangers that we've set out for you, and put your protective eyewear in the lab coat pocket. Dispose of nitrile gloves in the red biohazardous waste bin, and make sure to wash your hands before exiting. A few more things you want to know. First up, bathrooms. So on the second floor across from the lecture hall, we have a women's bathroom and a men's bathroom and a water fountain located here by the entry doors. On the bottom floor, next to the stairwell and elevators, and across from the labs, there's also a set of bathrooms. Next up, noise reduction. Several of the pieces of equipment that we work with in the lab are quite loud, so if you need to take a break, feel free to let an instructor know, and you can go take a break in our conference room. We can also provide earplugs as necessary for the autoclave, biosafety cabinet, chillers, and the homogenizer. Let's discuss breaks. If things get too hectic and you need a chance to unwind and calm down, just a short walk away from our lecture hall is the entrance to the NCTM suite, where we have our conference room. In the conference room, we will be placing some snacks if you need them. You're more than welcome to shut the blinds if it gets too bright, put on some headphones, and close the door. So just ask an NCTM staff member if you need to take a break. Lunches. NCTM will be providing lunches for you every day. If you have any dietary restrictions, please make sure to communicate that with NCTM staff ahead of the training, and we can accommodate that. You're welcome to bring your own lunches if you prefer. We do have a microwave and a refrigerator and freezer on site if necessary. Participants typically eat lunch in the classroom, room 229, and lunch is roughly an hour. Finally, transportation. You are going to be reimbursed for flights to College Station, but getting back and forth between the hotel, the NCTM staff will be arranging pickup and drop-offs. So NCTM staff members will meet you in the lobby of the hotel every morning and drive you to the NCTM, and at the end of the day, we will drive you back to your hotel. Hope you enjoyed the tour, and I look forward to seeing you in class.